I wish I had had more knowledge, more resources, more folks to talk to, more people around that had stories they could share, stories of hope. And I'll give you a couple of examples. There was one woman, I actually had a speech prepared, and I was going through chemotherapy, and I thought, well, I'm not going to cancel this. I hate to cancel on people, and you know, everyone handles chemotherapy in a different way, and I thought, I can do this, you know, and I can go in there. Well, I felt so bad that day. I was so nauseous, so fatigued. I could barely get dressed that morning. So to go in there and to try to figure out, how am I going to stand for 40 minutes when I had to take a break brushing my teeth? And I went in, and as I walked up to the stage, I had a woman reach out and take my hand. And she looked at me and she said, I just want you to know I had the same tumor that you did. We actually ended up having the same gynecologic oncologist. And she said, that was 10 years ago. I have 2 beautiful children now, and you're going to be okay. And to me, I will never forget that woman. I will never forget her story, because as much as our family and friends and our physicians want to say it's going to be okay, it took someone who had been through it, really been through it, to help me understand, okay, there's hope. I'm not alone in this. There's others that have been through it. And that was really important. And I think that's one of the things that this program really does well, is it allows for that discussion. It allows for blog posts. It allows for women to share their voices and talk about their experiences, you know, whether it's the neuropathy. I talk about, you know, the fact that I couldn't open a bottle of water for a year by myself. I was an Olympic gymnast. I mean, that's an emotional, that's just kind of a mental thing where you have to get used to this new normal, and kind of understanding post-treatment as well, because a lot of us focus on treatment, right, the diagnosis, but what about post-treatment? And for ovarian cancer, you know, over 22,000 women will be diagnosed here in the U.S. of ovarian cancer. Well, many of them, because there is no test for ovarian cancer, will be diagnosed at later stages. That means that the possibility of recurrence is significant. So you're always kind of aware. You have this anxiety, the nerves of going into the doctor for that next test, and will it have come back? And so dealing with that even after treatment ends, and I know even for me, and mine was caught at a very early stage, I was very lucky. But when chemo ended, it was that thought process of, oh, okay, well, great, I'll go back to normal. Awesome. And that's not the way it works. I was still sick. I was still fatigued. I still had neuropathy. I still had no hair. And it took that reality check for me to understand that this wasn't going back to normal, but this was just another phase in the process of finding that new normal.